Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to... start over? Okay. Let's play Through the Ages, a new story of civilization. One of my very favorite in real-life board games, and the best, I think, civilization-themed board game there is. Note, this is not a licensed civilization computer game board game, but it's pretty close. And the digital version recently got an expansion that adds a whole bunch of new leaders and wonders and some events, I think. You could play with like a random mix if you want, but what we'll do is we're going to play with just the expansion cards, so we're going to be able to show them off here, if at all possible. So, I have done some videos for this game before on the channel, but if you don't know, so this game you can play up to 4 players. On your turn, you have a certain amount of civic and military actions that you use to do stuff. On the very first turn, things are a little different. Player 1 gets 1 point. Player 2 gets 2 civic actions, 3 gets 3, and 4 gets 4. These can only use to pick up cards from the row over here. You can see these cards cost 1. You can see little white pips over here. These cards cost 2. These cards cost 3. Normally, at the end of the turn, everything gets squashed over to the left. Just this first turn is a little bit weird. So, we got 2 actions. This is going to be interesting. Our options are basically going to be, we can pick one of the 2 cost cards. So basically, we could pick a leader, or we could pick 2 of the 1 cost cards here. So we've got a pair of wonders. You can only have 1 wonder going on at a time. We've got the Acropolis, where the Parthenon is. Urban building limit is 1 higher. Peaceful change of government costs you 1 science less for each urban building you have. And it passively gives us culture and a military. Also, only takes 2 actions to complete this, and it's slightly cheaper. In vanilla, all of the wonders, all the Age A wonders cost 6 total minerals. And usually take 3 actions to build. So it's a little cheaper. We've also got the Colosseum here. You develop infantry and cavalry technologies with a light bulb discount equal to their level. Whenever you do, score culture. Also, capacity gives us a happy face and a military action. That is really interesting. And then as a bonus, in addition to take one of these, we could take Engineering Genius to make building a wonder stage cheaper. Or we could get a leader. So Hippocrates here is interesting. He stores yellow tokens from the bank, and then in Age 1, 2, and 3, you get to, when you normally lose tokens, you get to save basically one of the tokens because of the banked one. And having more yellow tokens is really powerful. This doesn't help our start, but is quite nice over the course of the game. Theoretically, assuming we keep Hippocrates here long enough for 3 turns, or the start of 3 turns, it will effectively give us 3 yellow tokens over the course of the game. Sun Tzu will give us 1 military strength, and tactics you play from your hand will not become common while Sun Tzu is in play. Get additional military cards. When you lose play, your current tactic card gains permanent +1 strength. And then Boudica here, who's kind of awesome. If you're one of the 2 weakest civilizations, you get an extra 2 minerals for building and upgrading military units. Otherwise, you still get something. You get 1 food or mineral or a science. I think I'm going to take the Acropolis. I'm kind of a sucker for things that give you passive culture from the start like this. We'll do this in Engineering Genius. That was a really tough decision, and I have no idea if I played that correctly. It's one of these things, like, your first set of decisions just snowballs to everything else. All right, so here's our first real turn. I do have the AI turns set to, like, maximum speed, so they're just going to burn by more or less instantly. So hold on to your butts for that. All right, this is our first real turn. Normally, this is a politics phase, but we have no military cards, so that gets skipped automatically. We could still grab Boudica. Having a leader is good. Boudica's kind of nice. What's Cleo? During action phase, you have 1 extra mineral for building wonders or for building and upgrading urban buildings. So she gives us 1 extra rock every turn. Boudica also gives us an extra rock every turn. And sometimes 2. Or food or science if we'd rather that first. Is just me. Boudica is just strictly better than Cleopatra. Strictly better. We could grab Confucius as well. He would cost 2 actions. When we prepare an event and when Confucius leaves play, score a science. Non-event cards. You prepare non-event military cards as events. Oh, when revealed, they're treated as everyone gets signed. I'll grab Boudica. I like it. And I think I'll develop her right away. She doesn't give me anything this turn. I think that would have been one of the differences. I think Cleo's bonus would have taken effect immediately. Standard first turn play is build a pop and expand your bronze mine by 1, which is probably what we want to do. Although it's actually going to be tempting to just grab Richland and Urban Growth here. I mean, the sooner we raise this, so if we increase our bronze, we get 1 extra production for next turn. So Richland and increasing our mining sort of kind of breaks even. Because presumably I'm going to upgrade my mining next turn. So in the end, regardless, we either produce 1 extra mineral or save 1 extra mineral. The math works out the same. But if I go with the cards, I end up with an Urban Growth in my hand as well. So that seems strictly better. We got no waste. I didn't boost my pop, but that's okay. I still have an idle pop, which is important because of the way that events work, although only Yellow and myself will be able to load an event. In the event deck, there are 2 potential events that are, if you have an idle pop, you can do a thing with it. That was not one of them. We just got some free science, and I have no science cards in my hand, so it's not that useful. We can prep Immigration, so all civilizations with the most happy faces gain a pop. I mean, it's fairly safe to play. It gives us a culture for having played the card. Development politics, we all draw some stuff. Now, Boudica, since I am one of the strongest right now, I don't get the 2 for building military, but I do get the extra production here. I think what I'm going to do... I guess I don't need the extra production to build the Acropolis, actually. Still, I think I am going to grab the extra minerals. Mineral. Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to build... So, Engineering Genius A discounts it by 2, right? So I'm not wasting any? That's right. So, we'll build the first stage for free. We'll pay for the second stage. Thereby, now we got the military boost, and we got the culture boost per turn. I'm actually really tempted to grab Roman roads. Age A produces minerals. Age 2... Or age 1 produce minerals, age 2 produce science, later ages produce culture. Gives us an extra population, which is nice. It's fairly cheap. It's only 5 to build. It's another age A. But it's a lot of actions, and right now we're on a bit of an action dearth. Plus, taking this would mean not developing my mines, which I think would be a mistake at this point. I'm going to build you up. And yeah, I'll raise my pop so I have an idle one in case there's an event here. We're going to get more minerals. We'll be able to build the other science building. I think this is a fairly good way to go. I could use a military action to put out a tactic, but no, there's no point. We'll have to discard because you can only hold cards as much as you got this. I don't think we're going to aggression anytime soon. So if you can blow up someone's pop, you really ruin them for life. I'm going to do this and drop that. We'll hold on to an aggression, because we'll see. I don't need that tactic. Although if I end up grabbing those knights, then maybe, but... Yeah, Hippocrates getting his down. Every player with an idle worker can build a warrior for free. So we're going to do that. It's possible, and will be kind of annoying, if we also get the... You can build a temple for free if you have an idle worker, which I actually prefer to the warrior one. But we can't guarantee that it's in the deck. Hey, +1 population. Okay, so now we're secure. So there's no guarantee that it's in the A deck, because there's a randomization every time. Score some free stuff. All right. Yeah, let's take a new leader. Politics. We could attempt to enslave against blue. The thing is, you can defend by discarding military cards, and you get 1 extra military strength for each card you discard. You can only discard cards up to the number of red pips you've got, but he could discard 2, he'd be at a 3, he'd defend, and it'd be even easier if he had one of these cards, which actually defends for more than just the 1. It uses the top number here for the defense. So aggression doesn't make sense. We may as well load up Crusade. Hopefully we'll be the strongest population, or the strongest empire, and gain that. We'll see. Okay, we got lots of resources here. We actually... We have a lot to spend to not get waste. I'm actually tempted to grab a tech instead of anything else. Let's see, alchemy is 6 to build. 3 there. No. Although we have urban growth. Because what I'm looking to do is develop alchemy and... Oh, I only got 1 upgrade. And we do have the unhappy faces. We can grab Brandon Circuses. We can grab Theocracy. Right, which would be cheaper for us. For each urban building you have. Hang on, if I grab this... Oh, I have to choose this first. And I just get this. I grab that. Urban, so it's got to be one of these. We do need some happy, although we'll get it from here. But bread and circuses is cheap to develop. I don't know. You know, alchemy, do this. Oh, and then I'm out of civic actions. Oh, shit. That only cost me 4. Does fix my happiness. Gives me an extra military action. We have a lot of waste coming. No, I don't think the government grab is a way to go. Let's try this instead. Build a new one, just to spend a lot of stuff. Got enough food for a pop as well. Which is out of actions. But we're stable and we're getting a little bit more science. I think that's okay. Alright. Well, we don't need 2 of those. It would have been nice to get the Theocracy. I don't usually go for it, but it's interesting with the discount. Everyone has a discontent worker, so we're all losing some civic actions. Dark Ages. If you have too much science, you lose some. We lose 1. Red lost 4. Wow. Building Stonehenge. Tactics are becoming common. We're all tied for happy faces, so we all grab a yellow pip. I think we all were. I think I read that correctly. I don't know. Naval trade. 2 extra blue tokens. I mean, I can't enslave. Do I want to try? It doesn't cost me an action to try. I'm going to take the +1 to colonization side. They might just say no. No. Alright, that's fine. It didn't cost us anything to try. So yeah, we're down 2 civic actions because of the event, and that's all. So we can get monarchy. Although we can't develop it this turn. I think we just got to use our action to do another build here. Like that, so we have no waste. Boudica does give us extra actions for military. So we'll build you for free, and then we'll... Oh no, we can't copy. I think this is okay. This is a better way to go. I'm going to drop the naval trade agreement, and... I mean, we're unlikely to use the tactic. But I think we're really unlikely right now to use the aggression card. Right now we're the weakest. If a Crusades trigger, we'll lose culture, which is really annoying. This is a bad time for us to lose our actions. Machu Picchu. So I'm probably not going to ready an event. Because, I mean, I'm at the bottom of the pile. It's not only Crusade. There's tons of bad stuff that could happen. So we're not going to play an event. We have no cards in hand. I could build a warrior or get the I guess I could just take this, which would give me 2. Alright. Let's do that. I mean, I'm still pretty low. I could grab and develop warfare. There's also something to be said about... I know we're wasting our minerals, but I think the tactic is better. I think so. Isabel, what's your deal? During colonization, you can pay minerals to get that. Plus, we get extra production and some cubes. Nostradamus, when you prepare an event, you get extra culture. I mean, we're going to lose our leader soon, but... Farms are better, but that's pretty pricey. I mean, even grabbing this, it's too many actions. I think we grab and develop drama, which will give us a happy face, plus start generating some passive culture, which is pretty good. We have one extra action. No, no, I'll take the warfare. Can't develop it this turn because we don't have an action, but I'm okay with this. We have no wastage. Raiders. Well, we have no real... Yeah, we'll drop this for now. Because we have no ability to grab horsey dudes. So we're not going to be able to develop that. So we're pretty low on the totem pole here. We're not literally at the bottom. Crusades triggered right now. Okay, it doesn't... This would be great. Any colony that gives you a yellow pip is really high value. But 1 and 2 is already built. Yellow's going to go before our turn. I could do this, but then that would drop my military strength to a 3. I think I just got to pass on this one. It's not like it's the craziest. Yellow's in a good position to do it. Yellow and red, because they were going to be able to choose to rebuild their military before another event would go. So I'm second in power. Okay, third in power. Still not at the bottom. Crusades wouldn't hurt me. I wouldn't benefit from it. And I'm assuming Crusades in this pack, yeah. Do I want to hold off? I guess I'll skip. I don't know if I can build up my strength enough, though, to... Okay, hold on. I can get Swordman and Warfare. And upgrade. 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 Second overall. Or could have built a new one, but I don't think that works out any better, really. I suppose the last guy could have been built instead. 11. But I mean, it still doesn't change my position. I think we just do this. Right, and I built that. Oh, hold on. It might actually be worth then. Doing this, yeah, just so no waste. Okay. Doesn't really change our situation this turn, but it does put us a little bit better overall. Alright, done. Culture of 3 per turn, how does that... Okay, that's better than everyone else. It might also make us a target. There's Crusade. So we're not the strongest, but we're not the weakest. We still have more culture than anyone else. I mean, it still makes us the biggest target. At least we're strong. Pact offer. You would let me use food. Okay, hold on. Is this me? I only produce 1 per turn. I'm going to say no. Use food as minerals. We're going to say no. Because having them being able to spend minerals for food does let them grow a little bit more, which tends to be a little scary, and we don't really do that. I'll prep raiders now. Score science. Hey, we actually produced more science. That's quite nice. Now, Boudica. If I got an extra grain, I'd be able to grow twice. The thing is, we don't really have the minerals to be able to do anything with that growth. I don't think 9 science helps us either. I'm going to grab the minerals. We'll grow 1 time. That's going to be fine. We already have alchemy. Do we just want... Okay, well, we could grab Forbidden City. Ignore discontent. Does give us an extra civic pip, which is pretty nice since we don't have one. So does Code of Laws, which we could develop immediately. You know what? Let's do that. Oh, no. Hold on. Grab you first, then develop you, which gives us the pip back. Then grow the pop. Right, and we still have nothing, and then we'd run a deficit, which I don't think is the situation I want to be in. I think I want to develop irrigation. Upgrade. There we go. No more waste. We've got you to babysit him. We got net food production still going forward. At least our science is quite nice. And our culture's okay. Our military situation's okay. Alright. We are about to lose Boudica, though. Because the age is going to end, and she's in age A. And we're going into age 2, so there's a 2-age difference. Therefore, we're going to lose Boudica. And it's nice to replace, because when you replace a leader, you get a civic action back as a refund. Whereas if you just lose it from an age change, then, you know, womp womp. But I think that was still okay. We are desperately looking for another government. This is another shitty turn. This is 2 pops, though. I'd really, really would like that. Oh my god, you're sending a lot of dudes. I would leave us with, like, no military, and yellow could maybe decide to attack us. Arg! These colonies are coming up at really bad times. Because that would have been a huge get. Anything that gives you extra yellow pips is insanely important. Well, red has suffered a little from her hubris. Do I have an aggression card in my hand? I do. Excellent. Yeah, we're going to go and enslave some of red's pops over here. So it's actually going to eliminate one of her population and then give us some production. And taking away someone's population, again, gaining population is huge. Taking away is also huge. I might go and grab strategy here. Strategy is very powerful. I mean, I know we don't have a leader. Prepare an event, draw 2 military cards, score 1 culture for each military card you have to discard at the end of your turn. When Eleanor is replaced, get 3 civil actions back instead of 1. Libraries and labs. Oh, that's really good. But strategy is really strong. Just passive 3 extra military strength. The 2 extra military pips, I think it's going to be 3 to grab it, and then that to develop it. Oh, then we have cranky people. Hold on. No, we have to take a turn differently. Build a theater. That doesn't actually balance off the happy faces. I mean, that makes it so they're not cranky. Theology gives more happy faces, which is nice. But it does give culture, so our culture... Oops. Per turn. I guess I can just hit the space bar. It's 5. Oh, yellow's making 7 right now. Prepare an event, draw military cards. Alright, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, I guess that's that. We'll be sure to prep events. Aggression failed. Yellow has sacrificed a fallen unit. Oh, okay. Yellow's got to hit G Castle, so you can sacrifice things to get an extra defensive boost. Ooh, who's this? Oh, Isabella. That's why you look so cranky. She's a violent lady. Alright, production is good. Yellow, you are going to fire an event, and you're last in the queue. That was a bold move. Yeah, you're going to lose some stuff. Good. Maybe it'll make it harder if you rebuild your military. Yeah, he's still making really good culture. If we can aggression him, that would be really nice. I'm not sure that we'll have enough of a differential. Plus, we'd rather prep events. So, Reign of Terror. The weakest population, or the weakened civilization loses population. Civilization revealing this event chooses and the strongest takes that from the weakest. Reign of Terror is safe, although it will give us less culture from playing it. I think it's safer for now. So we draw some cards. Historic territory triggers on my turn. Happy face is nice. Let's do this. And actually, I'm going to throw in this card here, because it's not very valuable. Okay. And someone might have wanted to bid 2. So we'll go with the 2. That's fine. Happy face, the culture. Mostly we did that for the happy face, which is going to be really handy for us. Okay. It'd be great to get more tech. Honestly, just continuing to get the infantry tech's really good. We do have the discount. Right. And we can develop it peacefully now? Yeah, no. Have to develop this right away. Get tons of actions back. Really nice. We won't have enough to develop the tech. I've got Chucky over here, which would be good too. Scientific method. I think we grab... You know what? I think we grab this and the cavalry. It'll give us a lot of options for development. And then I think I'll just grab the breakthrough. And do that so we don't have waste. Yeah, because we would have wasted 2. So we're not going to be forced to discard anything. It's too bad because we get culture from that, but... Next turn we might. So we're in second place military-wise, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's not going to be that hard for us to get past, but it's not too shabby. You've got no culture production. Red as well. So yeah, red and blue are, unless, you know, certain things happen really dramatically and really quickly, aren't going to be our challenge for the win. The challenge for the win is going to be yellow here, because culture is your score. Highest culture at the end of the game wins the game. These guys are going to have scientific cooperation, so they'll be able to develop text cheaper. Good for them. So everyone can initiate 1 pact. So in theory, you could actually have 3 total pacts. 1 you initiate it with a neighbor, and then the other 2 neighbors could initiate... Actually, could you have 4? So if you initiate a pact with someone, they can initiate back at you. Yeah, so in theory, you could have 4 pacts. 1 with all 3 of your neighbors, plus an extra 1 with one of your neighbors that you started. Okay, we're not skipping politics. National pride. Person with the most culture scores more culture. I don't think we can prep that. Happy faces. Can we get a easy... I have the most happy faces. I guess I'll drop prosperity. Score no wonders, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Alright, we already have an age 2 government, but this would be a different age 2 government. No, we'll stick with monarchy, that's fine. I do like republic, generally more for the extra civics, especially if I've got something like warfare, which gives me the extra military. Alright, scientific method is good. Developing military, also pretty good. There's something to be said about grabbing the cannons here, but because of our tactics, right? They're very pro-cannon-y. But unfortunately, we're not going to have much of an option. Oh, and we do have to get coal, because we didn't get the in-between thing. So let's develop you first, and just barely squeeze out developing coal. But we need to so that we have enough production to develop more coal next turn, although we won't have enough because it's 6. It's a big jump, and that can be very hard to do. Grabbing something like rich land to make it slightly more affordable, I think is actually something we need to do. I still would like scientific method, although it's hard to develop all the tech we want to develop here. I don't know. I'll grab it, because we already get 12 science worth of stuff in here. It'll bring us up to 18 science worth of stuff. Although, admittedly, they could be accelerated if we develop the scientific method first to maybe finish these out. I guess I'm going to grab you. At least, like, developing more science doesn't, like, hurt your production. So, yeah, we're going to have to discard here. I don't think we're going to go for the 4 cavalry build. I have to drop national pride. It's just a little too risky. So, discarding some cards, right? Each you have to discard, so 3 extra. And then replacing her, which we want to make sure we replace her and the age doesn't just end. Now, is she age 1? Yeah, okay. So age 2 people are available right now, and we might look into that. Call to arms, weakest civilization, spends points, okay. 2nd place overall. Harvard, the Louvre. Okay, now we're 3rd overall, which still isn't a bad place to necessarily generate events. Last is bad. 3rd is still not great, because bottom 2 often gets spanked. Ravages of Time would destroy a wonder. You know what? I think I'm comfortable playing that. Yeah. Vast territory on my turn. Excellent. You have to deploy at least 1 unit to do it. I'll start with just the 2, but then I'm going to be ready to dump a bunch of cards here. Boom. Yeah, that's huge. Losing a blue cube sort of sucks, but isn't a big deal. 3 extra yellow pips is huge. Because now we've got a lot less happiness pressure, and it's a lot cheaper for us to grow our pop, which we can also do here. So, Maria, when you gain or increase your population, score science and culture. And then at the start of your action phase, get 1 for building and upgrading military units, 3 if you're one of the 2 weakest. I mean, that's not a lot of extra production, but I think we do want to replace our leader here. We were supposed to... Oh, do we want to change the order of some of this? Okay. I guess I didn't have to do all of that, but we hit this, we get stuff, right? Grow pops, score science and culture, very nice. Which does give us enough science to unlock something new. Do I want to grab some stuff over here instead? Napoleonic army is really nice, but we don't have that set up. That tactic's pretty... Okay, let's develop cavalry. It's just to develop. We can't do anything with it. So I guess we don't have to develop it this turn. Journalism's not bad. I mean, we're getting culture from here. We're getting science from there. Yeah, I don't think we're going with that. Architecture, it is kind of nice because it saves action. It saves cost for urban buildings. Yeah, we're going to want that into play right away. No, we can wait a turn. Urban growth and revolutionary idea. Okay, we've got no waste. Alright, I'm pretty okay with this. And we're going to trash that. We didn't boost our military, which I'm a little unhappy with. At least we're not at the bottom, but it would have felt better if we'd gotten a little bit more space. We're not at the bottom, and yellow isn't acting for a while. I am the most cultured among the two weakest, so I lose a population. Wow. That sucks. It was one of my idle ones. Luckily, I didn't have to smash a building. That's, like, always really bad timing. Forgot about that. Ooh, war over territory. Yeah, yellow's going to get spanked, which is nice, because yellow's the only person that we're sort of in conflict with. No one else has got any culture or culture production. So spanking the crap out of yellow is good. Now, yellow's going to be highly incentivized to build military here, although they have no military tech. They have a wave of nationalism, but that's it. Yeah, they're still going to lose the war regardless. We don't have enough of a strength to aggression them. We know Reign of Terror will be next. Weakest civilization loses a pop. That's not us. Suck it, yellow. Okay. And yeah, we do have points for things. Alright. We know this. Ooh, or do we? Oh, man. Oh, we have a revolutionary idea. Yeah, okay, we're going to be fine. So, I'm going to build a cavalry, and I'm going to switch to this tactic. And I can't grow my pop, unfortunately, because I would get more. But, hey, we're up to 13. So that's not too shabby. Hello, justice system. I think we kind of sort of have to do this. Maybe we'll wait on you. I'll develop architecture first, which will make this cheaper. Sorry, it only costs 1 right now? Wow! So I'm not even using my urban growth card. Because it'll be overkill. We'll use it to do it when we've got a whole extra population. Okay, now that's really good. No waste. I haven't grabbed a wonder in a while, which isn't ideal, but culture returns okay. Yellow's being hammered by other things. We're still third militaristically, which again, not super pleased about. But we're not going to raid. We're not one of the strongest, so that's a little less sexy. So we'll do that. Draw a military card. Blue fails to aggression yellow. Still, it costs yellow resources to defend. Red's going to resolve the war on her turn, taking populations away from yellow. Which does put red in a much better situation. Oh, yellow even has discontent. Right, because with less yellow pips, you have more unhappiness. Oh, yellow's just being hammered, which makes me so happy. Yellow triggers an event, Ravages of Time, the one I loaded in. I have to crumble the Acropolis, but that's okay. This will cost me 1 military, but gives me 1 extra culture per turn. Does remove the discount to teching up, but we've got a tier 2 government already, which is often all I really care about. Sometimes I end up grabbing a tier 1 and then I grab a tier 3 later, but if I grab a tier 2, that's usually good enough, unless I really have nothing to do. Independence territory is the weakest loses a colony. I mean, right now... And you even have a colony. You know what? F it. Let's do it. Especially, we're in a good position to boost our military. But we're going to spend some military here. It's going to be a high-value one for people. Let me go and bid 4 right away. I was hoping it would mess with the math a little. All right, 7. We'll go with 9. I don't want to spend my entire military. That is a really good one. But I don't think I can justify it. Whereas red can do it shockingly cheap. Oh, yeah, red can spend minerals to get extra boost to colonization. Yeah, it's really hard to compete with her. Okay. There's cannons over there, but that's pretty expensive. Still, the Napoleonic army is pretty strong. We also want navigation. Would be glorious. Priorities, though. Alright. Let's get up a pop. we're going to get another cavalryman, which will give us a substantial military boost, because it's not only 3 from this, but it's a second army. I think that's required. Statue of Liberty gives us 3 extra yellow pips. And more culture based on our government, which is really incentivizes us to go for a tier 3 government. Too bad we can't get the discount to governments anymore. Our food production still sucks. Alright, let's go justice system. We will go and upgrade this. Because if our food production stays stalled forever, it's quite poor. So that's a little bit more. Sorry for the silence. I don't know. You can actually build it next turn. The yellow pips would be really good. We're going to grab patriotism. If we do lose our military position, we'll be able to rebuild. Alternatively, I could have developed riflemen, then spend all these military actions upgrading these guys. I think this is okay, though. I wonder if we could... Hang on a sec. Oh yeah, we have to play it in the politics phase. We could have considered actually starting a war against yellow. Maybe we still will. Consider it anyway. Although if I was going to say, if we just draw an aggression, we might just be tempted to do that. It's a lot more sort of consistent and dependable. The thing is, we can pump our military a lot on our turn. Yeah. And just cripple yellow forever. Are we going to have to start worrying about the other dudes? I mean, not yet. But there's still a fair amount of game left. So I don't know. Yellow's going to trigger prosperity. Happy faces. Uh-huh. I was bold of doing that when you're at the bottom of the pile like that, Yellow. You have the castle for extra defense. Alright, your strength has gone up a bit. Okay, let's evaluate Yellow. Yellow has no tech available. Like, in hand for upgrading her troops. She does have the castle. Choose one of your units. Add its strength temporarily. And then sacrifices it. Yeah, so she can get a little bit of a boost. But we can develop riflemen. Actually, we can grab cannons on our turn. F it. We're going to start a war with yellow. Patriotism does nothing for us. Oh wait, no, it's I'm thinking of a different card, like nationalism or whatever. No, this is actually really helpful. Temporarily an extra red and some extra production. We're gonna grab cannon and develop it. Get a pop. Get a cannon. And then Napoleonic Army brings us up to a 23 strength. If we had a little more science, we could develop riflemen and upgrade there, but we don't, so that's fine. I could finish the Statue of Liberty. I guess I probably should. We can live without oil. No. I think we'll grab you and you. And call that a turn. We don't need this. So we'll drop that. And yeah, so yellow will be able to build up her forces on her turn. And she's got the castle. Now, I don't think I'm going to lose the war. I just may not win it to the extent I would like. But it's still going to force yellow to spend a lot of resources on that. As opposed to maybe, you know, going up in culture. Now, of course, the same thing kind of applied to us, too. But I think we're in a better position overall for that to happen. Weakest civilization loses a colony. Yellow loses one of her 2 colonies. Hooray! And I loaded that event. Alright, red. Genius. Not that you have a wonder under go. Yellow's going to trigger an event. Again, bold move. I have the most culture. National pride. Hey, hey. Barely, because what did I get? Did I get 5 or 6 from that? Yeah, we just barely in a position to get that. So yellow built up a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Our war, we're going to steal 3 yellow tokens. She has very few yellow tokens. We have tons. Yeah, yellow is just like... Luckily, somehow yellow has a ton of happy faces. But that's really... She needed that because she's got so little population in the bank. Whereas we really don't need much happy face production. I mean, why not? It's if I were playing with my friends, I would not do this because it would feel just too mean. But right now, we could grab an Air Force. Now, what's interesting about the Air Force is it, for every Air Force you have, it doubles your tactics. Now, this is age 2, so I think we are getting the full 7 from our tactic here. Yep. Because if we were using warriors, we'd use the smaller because it would be 2 age difference, but it's only 1. So upgrading to rifleman isn't the most important. Whereas if we can get 1 air force, we don't have enough science for it. No, we have a revolutionary idea. And just having 1 is pretty amazing. So it's 5 by itself, and then the extra 7. It can be hard to have more than 1 army, so having a second Air Force isn't necessarily as much of a rush. But, yeah, okay. We're doing that, and we're still, like, doing well in other areas. We could upgrade to engineering, but no. You know what? With the Statue of Liberty, maybe we rebel into democracy next turn? I mean, it's not like our tech is that great. Or do I just... You know what? Maybe I'll just grab computers. I think that's probably better. I guess I could still grab democracy. All right. Well, we'll grab it and consider it. And the age still has a lot of... We're not interested in this. Yeah, no. I mean, it's a bigger number. It's age 3. We'd actually get the smaller number with these guys, although with the riflemen. No, we'll, I don't know if that was correct. We'll drop it for now. Now I'm wondering if I should just ward someone else. Because we have such a military lead. Everyone loses their leader. I've never seen iconoclasm hit everyone. It's because none of us had a leader from this age. And actually, we still won't, because there's nothing in the list here. All right, blue's teching up pretty aggressively. See, red's got cannons and stuff. He might be able to, like, go up in strength quite a lot. Whereas I knew yellow was weak. We'll probably take the last of yellow's yellow pips. Unless, on yellow's turn, if they can... They should try to turn as many of their people into pops, but the food would be too expensive. Yeah, it's 7 to grow the pop. Although you can do it by 1, which you did. So there's going to be 1 less yellow pip for me to steal. Wow. No, we still steal 3. Oh, you might have to actually disband some buildings. Hadn't realized that could be a thing. There's food and things. Yeah, we'll just prep this. We're happy to trigger events that may have to benefit for the strongest, or... I mean, do we really need more yellows? I mean, sure, right? We'll put in a bid anyway. Yellow needs the yellows. I don't think I want to spend any more than this. I'm going to pass. I'm going to be happy to be sitting, like, strong. So yellow's going to get some yellow pips again. We're still slightly ahead on culture, and our culture rates are the same. That is a lot of points if we want to go that way. But we still have the Cavs. I don't think we're going to make a change. We can grab satellites. Because we don't have anything in that slot. It gives us the static bonus to military, as well as colonization bonus, which is pretty sexy. On the other hand, I'm still worried about our science rates. We do have a navigation in hand as well, which is, you know, just a lower version of that. I think what I want to do is I want to develop computers. Upgrade. Oh, get some pops as well, too. Actually, hold on. If I go back, get the urban growth back. If I do this, I can build a new one with urban growth. Oh, I guess the savings are the same. Still, overall, this is more science short term, which is pretty good. Yes. I might want a military buildup in case I get past, but maybe just a patriotism is fine. It's probably fine. Nice if I drew aggression. Oh, there we go, aggression plunder. Nice. Oh, war over culture. See, that's the one I really would have wanted for yellow, but as long as someone's taking culture away from yellow, that's kind of sort of all I need. It's amazing that we still don't have leaders. Strategic territory comes up. That's on red's turn. I'm going to do a competition that way. So we still get 4 strength if we win it, so it's really not too bad. And draw a bunch more cards, which could give us a little bit more flexibility with our attacks. Not to mention maybe gets the defensive cards that we just spent back. Okay, no, we're in great situation. We're still tied for first. We'll be first place on our turn. And we got the colony, which is really strong. I was at the Suez Canal. I like the Suez Canal a lot. Who are you? Is that Marie Curie? No. Yeah, it is Marie Curie. Best mind produces science. Best lab gives you military. And Marie Curie produces 2 culture to the... Oh, culture equal to the better of the 2. Wow. Okay, it's our turn. We don't have a war card, but we do have a few aggressions. Occupy. That takes a lot. Or plunder. It takes a lot of actions to do it, but... Still gonna hit you, because you're a culture leader. And that's gonna take some of the culture away from you. Okay, that's a big turn. Very sexy. I think I will trigger the patriotism. 12, no, we'll keep this for now. Although I suppose I could have sent the cavalrymen to the island and then taken a different upgrade. Right, let's get the rifles in. Or, I'm going to go straight to modern infantry here. Oh, I don't have the pop, but if I do this, let's give us a second strategy card going on. I mean, it might be ludicrous overkill. Actually, yeah, here's the thing. I'm already in the lead. Enough to do a lot of damage here. Let's reverse the growth. There we go. That way I can upgrade you that way. Maxing out some science. Very nice. So 2 military actions. Oh, I can still do an upgrade here. Excellent. So yeah, we didn't activate the second tactic, but that's okay. We'll end turn. I'm going to discard you. Impact of wonders. Yellow's got the most wonders. I think I'm just going to discard you as well. Happiness, you've got the most of that, so we'll discard you. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah, and I didn't grab a leader. Yellow is losing a crap ton of culture, which is great. Equalizing the others. Oh, follow. Okay, blue all of a sudden might be slightly dangerous if they can just keep grabbing culture off of yellow. They don't have as much culture per turn. Red with its 14 per turn could really add up. Although, okay, there's only 3 more age 3 cards in here, so the end of the game is coming very soon. We probably have exactly 2 turns left. So what can we do to maximize it? I don't know. One of these big final wonders is actually pretty good. Manhattan Project, I think, gives us a boost based on our science. Okay, Armed Intervention takes culture. That takes resources. Okay, so we want to take culture. So red's got the most now. We got a 22-point differential. We'll do that. Take culture away from you, keeping a nice big buffer. Very good. So yeah, Manhattan Project gives us science equal to our culture rating. And all... Oh. Wait, no. You immediately score culture equal to your science rating, and it's worth 13 military. Why 13? Does this give us a discount of 4, or is it wasting any? No, discount of 4. Sure. I mean, we could wait and maybe get more science.
Now I am become death.
Deploy democracy as well, because democracy passively gives us some culture and more things overall, which is pretty okay. And the Statue of Liberty gives us culture equal to the democracy or the government level. So that's all very, very, very strong. Efficient upgrade is nice, but I'm actually thinking about, do I just drop the navigation? There's plenty of victory points that are based around this. So that's what we're going to do. I got no waste. I mean, I didn't grow my population, but that's going to be okay. How many cards are left in the stack? Yeah, 3. So 2's going to get burned here, because this goes away, and then this is a blank. So we're going to draw 2 cards. Yeah, so we're going to get 1 more turn after this. I'm going to drop scientific cooperation, because there's no way that that will have any impact on us whatsoever. And honestly, I'm not sure the aggression plunder is going to be useful. Damn, I was hoping for another culture stealing one. Science equal, or culture equal to science rating. Hey, I have the most of that. Okay. Still grab a leader. Marlene Dietrich. Oh, that's, oh, we don't really have theaters. We do have technology, so Steve Jobs might be useful for us. Terrorism. Yellow has the least culture. Wow, when did that happen? So yellow is getting to blow up something from everyone else. I don't think I've ever had terrorism benefit me. I don't know, maybe one time. But because it makes sense, right? You're playing for culture. It's kind of a screw you event, but I mean, what can you do about it? Final turn of the game. Yes, as expected. So plundering is just going to give us resources, which I don't think is a path to victory. We can't get a wonder, so it's not like we can use it to do that. Right now, who is our chief competitor culture-wise? Really, it's red, but we've got a fairly decent lead. So that would gain points red. Yeah, impact to science is what we're going to want to do. Yeah. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay, now I have an impact of science in there. I don't know what the rest of the events are. We'll run Steve Jobs because he will give us, whenever we develop a technology, pay to develop things. Theaters. One of your things counts twice for tactics. I mean, best theaters produce an extra 1 and a happy face. I suppose I could get Marlene Dietrich to develop movies. Now, Steve Jobs would give us 1 or 4 culture when we develop a thing, as opposed to just 1. I think Steve is the better route here. Yeah, just build is fine. Extra pops because there's things with that. Now, our last civic action. Do we spend it getting a pop? We might want to... Oh, we can't upgrade you. We could build a new thing, but I don't think that's useful. I guess I could build 1 more drama. Which is an extra 2 culture, an extra happy face in case an event is loaded that matters for that. It's an extra urban building that's active, which could matter as well. But that's it. No more upgrades. We're just done. Oh, Red Cross is food? It would give us 6 culture. Finish it for them. Six culture is more than the 2 from this, but is it? I don't know. No, I'm just going to do this. It's fine. I don't know. It's hard to math out. Okay, well, none of this matters because we're not going to be playing them. I gotta say, this is not an exceptionally high-scoring game. Well, I don't know. No, I don't think there'll be any 300-pointers. High 200s, I would say. International Red Cross is done, and yeah, I didn't get any culture for building a stage there. Maybe I shoulda. I kind of wanted them to... I wanted to force someone else to finish it. All right, impact of progress. 20... Okay, 22 over here, but we've got a pretty big lead. This is Red's final turn here, and then we'll just count up all the points that are left in there. He finished United Nations. Score things for each wonder, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. And you get to evaluate an event as well if you had one. All right, here we go. We're in the lead. We got the most from Impact of Colonies. Nice. I mean, it's not huge, but it's still there. Score 4 for each of its level 3 technologies. 32 for blue. I still like, comfortable lead. 41 points. Blue's catching up a little more. Still, how many more events are there in here? 16 for me from Impact Population. 14 on blue. Yeah, we did have a lot of workers, as it turns out, you guys. Impact of Science will get the full 15. Blue will get the 10, but there's only one more event in there, and I think that'll be that. So I was correct in that it wasn't going to be a 300-point game, although it's damn close. There you go. Folks, this is one of my very favorite board games. Definitely recommend it. If you've got up to 4 people can play. It does take... It's not the fastest. Depends on how quick your the other players play, and of course your first game might be a little slower as well as you're reading the cards, but that's if you're playing full 4 players. It's a little bit slower, but you can still play it in an evening, bookmark 3, maybe 4 hours. But if you've got fewer players, it goes faster, and if you get more experience, it goes faster. But it's so good. I really enjoy it. And if nothing else, you need the digital version, which is really cheap. I got it on PC, I got it on my phone. It's like can't get enough. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time. Bye bye.